Before we start, we would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we're recording on. For me, that's the Wangaburra clan.
And for me, it's the Wurundjeri peoples. We're just pretty girls who can go dark or go blonde. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just really lucky like that, aren't we?
We're just really pretty girls.
We're just really pretty girls. We were just blessed when we were birthed. So...
Too blessed to stress even.
I know.
Wait, have we just dived straight in or?
Yeah. Okay. Guess what?
You're mad and I'm not. How shit was that growing up when people used to do that?
So annoying.
Did you ever have that?
What about when you'd go, guess what? Guess what? And your mum or someone, my mum and dad never said this, but other people's parents did. They go, oh, she's got mad, so the cops shot her. I was like, what?
Oh, that's
What?
so heavy. That's too much.
You're a very bad human to say these things. Oh, I'm just joking. God, what's wrong with you?
That's
Come
a bit
on.
cooked, isn't it?
It is a bit cooked. Hey, guess what?
What?
If you just have a look to my right on your left of the screen, you'll be able to focus on a little lying body. I'll wake the body up. Autumn, autumn, autumn. Hey.
She's
wiggle your
calling
butt.
out She's calling out the seasons. No, she's not calling out the season.
Everyone else is coming instead. Autumn, there she is.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Come here.
I love her so much.
She's
Oh my God.
Are you my baby girl? Are you my baby
My
girl?
throat. It's closing up.
I can't go to get her because she is brand new to living inside and she's very special and she doesn't really like to be picked up. And she also doesn't like floorboards, and that's her special spot since she arrived. I just got her
What is she on?
on the lounge. She's on her lounge, on the special spot on her lounge. See, there's a little bowl in front of her. That's her water.
Oh.
She has her dinner on the lounge. Everything's on the lounge. I've had to cover all of my floorboards with towels because she only walks backwards on the floorboards. She doesn't only walk, but she either doesn't walk or she turns herself around and starts to walk. Her name is Autumn. She's 6. I've just adopted her. She's from Cavalier Rescue. She is an ex-puppy mill puppy. She's been bred and bred and bred and bred. She's been made to have puppies all of her life, and she's only really lived in a cage outside, so she doesn't know inside very well. And she has a grade 4 heart murmur. She has luxating patellas and she's been discarded by a puppy mill and she's come into this home. She's going to live the best life because she's perfect.
She is so perfect.
Welcome, everyone.
What about on the weekend? How it was Sunday, I think it was, and I was laying in bed, just having a casual flare up as I do.
Yeah.
And you were like, can you FaceTime me? Which is like a common thing. So I wasn't like, oh, God, what's going on? I thought you were just going to show me something cute Sissy did or just like, I don't know, like food you were eating, things of that variety, really. And I was just like in my bed, just like, ugh. And then you were like, I've got something to show you. And then you zoomed it down and you showed me Autumn.
And there she was.
And I had like a nervous breakdown.
You did.
I cried like a baby. I was like, how did you find her? She's everything I ever wanted.
You were in complete denial that it was real and you were like, no,
I thought you were tricking me.
You are lying. You are lying.
I thought you were just babysitting her.
I know.
Because remember we were just talking about how much we both wanted adopted rescue cavaliers, but they're so hard to find. So hard to find. And our favorite breed of dog is rescue dog, but my favorite breed is cavalier.
Mine's the Brussels Griffin. Yeah, don't tell Sissy. But my number 2 is Cavalier.
So I thought I always manifested a cavalier but with one eye. I don't know why, it's weird. I just did. But then she came with both eyes.
Yes.
And she's a rescue.
And a brown eye. And she's a rescue.
She's got a brown eye.
And she's a proper rescue, like really needs to find that home that the rescue place said to me, they knew who I was. So I was very, very fortunate about that because a lot of people applied for her, and I feel really bad because I know how many people get rejected from rescues and then end up going and buying from breeders. So I do feel really guilty about that. But please, everyone listening that's happened to and is a bit angry at me at the moment, know that they chose me because they know exactly that kind of home that I give a dog without having to look into and come and do, would just go on faith. They have seen how I've treated my dogs and how I just lost Bev, and they knew exactly the kind of life I was going to give Autumn. So it was a no-brainer for them.
Oh, for sure.
But they did, need to bring her over and have a look around the house and everything, which they did. So and then they left her with me. They were like, she's all yours. So
well, people can't be cross because it's like, let the best woman win. And also people have to realize right now they're so inundated post-COVID with everybody handing over their dogs that they probably don't have the time to do all these screenings like they normally do. So with you right there, your profile's right there, right?
Yeah. And you also have to remember that, at the moment they've got a lot of influx of dogs that have behavioural problems, and everyone wants an Autumn. No one wants a dog that they have to, train to do things. And that's the influx. And remember that they're volunteers. These are people who don't earn money doing this kind of thing. So getting through the applications, getting through looking at houses and looking at, what kind of a home the dog's going to go into. Number one, they do not want returns because they've already had this dog surrendered. They don't want to have it happen again. Number two, a lot of people don't read the bio. They just see the dog and they think that's the dog I want. Like with Autumn's one, there were people applying for that but not reading it, seeing that she's going to cost a lot of money in medical bills with her heart and, medication and all that kind of stuff, and that she can't be around children, there's the always read the bio and know, is this okay? And if it's all okay, then please apply. But know that it takes so long for these volunteers to get through, and they normally all have full-time jobs and they're doing this on top of it. Can take a really long time, so you need to be patient. But I have been wondering, am I ready for a new baby? Like, is it too soon after Bev? And I put the application in, and when she said, "Oh, can I call you tomorrow?" I was like, I got a bit frightened. Like, I was like, oh, this could be happening really quickly. And I did get a bit scared, like, am I dishonouring my Bev, like, by replacing her so quickly? I went to bed that night and I asked my mum to come and just give me a sign. Like, I needed signs. I need to know, is this the right thing to do? I woke up in the morning and I remembered this memory I had from such a long time ago when I was in my early 20s. Mum and I were out the back of her house, my parents' house, and I was like, we're having a morning coffee. And I said, Mum, I had the weirdest dream last night. Like, honestly, it was the most real dream. You have those ones. She said, what was it about? I said, I dreamt that I had a child, like a real child, and everyone knew this child, and the child was like so real. And her name was Autumn, and I've never heard of anyone called Autumn before. And Mum said, oh, what a beautiful name. And I remembered that when I woke up in the morning from over 25 years ago.
Crazy.
And then I just kept having Cavaliers come and sit on me. And Cavaliers are not the friendliest of dogs. They love their owners, they love their homes, but out in the parks, they don't often come up to you. They are very shy. But I just kept having these Cavaliers come up to me, and that was the reason why I applied for her, because had this one beautiful boy come up to me, and he was so sweet, and he gave me a kiss and he made me cry. And I was like, I'm just going to look. And if there is a Cavalier to be rescued, then there will be. There won't be. There was. There she was. She was the only one.
It never happens. It never happens.
But it's happened.
That's why I thought you were joking.
I know.
I was like, no, that's a friend. You're borrowing, like, because you've always got random dogs. You're like, look who I've got now. I've got Tina Arena's dog. I've got Annie's dog. I've got bloody Prince Charles's dog. And I'm like, I've got the corgi from the Queen. And I'm like, how the fuck did you get that dog? And then next minute, she's got the bloody dream dog of all dream. Another bribery to make me move to Melbourne, I think.
If that doesn't get you down here, it's too sweet. And then I don't know what does. I give up. I have nothing left to bribe.
You've dedicated an entire episode on why Melbourne's the best. You're there, Sissy's there, now frickin' the best dog in the world, second to Sissy. Twins equally. Second always. Sissy's always number one. Let's not get that twisted, everybody. And that's just like, there's nothing better. There's seriously nothing better.
And you know what? The more I spend time with her, the more I think of you. Like, I just think she is the sweetest, neediest. Like, she will fill your cup. Like, and that's why the sooner you get here, the better, because I want you to bond with her before she gets completely obsessed with me, which she already is. But
she already is obsessed with you. You send me videos and I'm like,
she goes to people in the park, no problem. Like, she's a love bug. She's just like, if you touch me, I will love you. So I want you to spend some real quality time with her alone. It will give me time with my sis. Again, second day, sis gave me a look that said, what the is going on? And I knew it, and I looked at her and I said, we spoke about this, sis.
She's like, I don't remember.
She goes, I didn't think you were telling the truth. I was like, I told you about this.
She's like, are you for real?
She was like, I just got you.
We rescued her when she was 18 months. And how old is she now?
7.
And she's like, not a day in her life as she had a moment to you, like just you and her. And then you had a few, like a month?
2 months.
And then surprise attack, she's got a new sister.
She does.
Autumn, welcome to the family. We love you immensely.
Thank you and welcome everyone to my autumn. And I got her in autumn. What?
I know. It's seriously a sign. It's the best sign in the world.
In the world.
Something very, very weird. Well, it's not weird. It's actually quite expected / standard. But I was having a conversation with one of my best friends the other day, and, you know, we voice message and she just sends me, you know, all varieties of things. And she just sent me a voice message and she was like, look, I want to understand, you know, queer sex. And I was like, sure. Like, you know, I've started to dabble, loving it sick.
Yeah, you have.
She was like, okay, so she obviously doesn't know any trans people or non-binary. So if she has any questions about stuff like that, she comes to me because one of my friends is obviously trans and I dated a non-binary. Yep. And she was like, so if they're a girl and they still have their penis, would they allow for their partner to touch the penis? And I said, look, everybody's completely different. Just like when you're with your straight partner, you talk about what you like and what you don't like. So I had the conversation with the person I'm dating. They didn't identify with their bits, so I never touched their bits. But I did other things, you know. Use your imagination. We won't go down that path.
I'm using my imagination right now. Yeah.
Do it. They were like, well, how did you get them off? And I was like, well, we had a discussion about what I liked and I had a discussion about what they liked. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. She goes, so you talk about what you like and what they like. And I go,
yeah.
Well, yes, I've always done that even before queer relationships. I tell men,
what you like,
cisgender men, what I like. And she goes, I've never had sex with somebody where I've told them what I want.
Oh.
And I thought to myself then and there, how much are women and men out there, or non-binary or just queer, anybody out there not saying what they want from their sexual partner, which made me think this is not a shit canning like episode at all by any means segment.
No.
Women and men and people of all non-binaries, talk about what you want. I was so shocked by that. I was like, girl, I just said to them, what do you like? Like, I want to make you come. What do you want me to do? Like, how are we not having these conversations? I thought that was such a standard thing. Even before all of this feminism, stand up for yourself, I always be like, nah, I don't like that. I want that one. I want that one. Is that, like, I wanted to ask you, have you always been vocal about what you want?
No.
Or are women just
women
kind of like, just get banged?
You just get banged.
Yeah, like I've had that a few times, but this to me, like, it's 2022. Are we not saying what we like?
Yeah. Well, I haven't had many lovers recently, but yeah, I've still got that whole fat girl, just lucky to be getting a root worth. Like, and I wasn't, we were never encouraged as women or girls to say what we wanted. And it was never asked of us by our partners. Like, they just would root you, and you would be really, really lucky if they were any good at it. Mostly they weren't. And mostly they would just be getting themselves off the whole time.
Yeah.
So that was just a given.
Puberty blues styles.
Completely. And I grew up in basically puberty blues. Like, honestly, it was so – I couldn't even watch that show because to me it wasn't entertainment. It was
real life.
Just triggering trauma.
Well, I get that back then. I fully get that. I get that like in 90s. I get that in early 2000s. But I feel like from mid-2000s plus – we are so much more, well, I thought.
Yeah.
But when I heard this, I was like, and she's not much older than me, I was like, girl, it will turn your partner on when you ask them what turns them on, and they will be turned on when they know how to turn you on. The right partner would.
That's right.
Because I get very turned on, and I'm a feminist, when I can make, whether it's a male or a female or non-binary, come.
Mm.
If I like the right if I'm with the right person and I'm into it, I'll do whatever you want. If I don't want to, I won't do it, of course. But I was just thinking, women, especially women, say what you want.
Yes.
It is the best thing ever, and it'll make you both happy. And if you're out there just getting banged because you feel like you should just get banged, that's not the way we roll anymore.
Yeah.
You just get your juices flowing. You tell them what you like. You listen to podcasts. My last cis partner that I was having sex with, he's asked me all the time what I wanted.
Yeah, that's good.
He's like, how do I make you come? And I was like, well, sit back. It's going to take a long time because I don't really like you. No, just kidding. I liked him. But it was like, no, I really liked him. That was a lie. But, I get in my head and all those things. But I was just so blown away. And my message for this segment is communication, sexual empowerment for women, but also, dudes, tell girls what you like.
Yeah.
Like, talk. Communication is key.
What would be your advice then for someone that's been in a relationship and has never done it? Do you, like say you've been sleeping with your partner for 10 years and you've never ever said what you want? Would you start?
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one. You know what? Because the last one that I've said what I wanted only to two men. And both times I didn't get what I wanted. They ignored me.
Oh.
And the first one I'd been with for a long time, and the second one I hadn't, and they still ignored me.
Tell them to hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back.
So this is another, we're giving you permission that if your partner's not giving you what you want, and then you can ask for it.
You can.
And the really frightening thing is it's a frightening thing to do because it really, really is. It's uncomfortable. It shouldn't be, but it is.
It's so uncomfortable.
And especially if it's not normal between the two of you. But give it a red hot go and have a discussion about it. And if they're not open to it, there's something I think you need to have a good hard look at the relationship and the respect again of how your partner sees you as an equal or someone that needs as much pleasure as they do.
Yeah.
It goes a lot deeper, obviously, than we probably even considering. But I know for a fact that when I have asked for what I've wanted, I've not received it from cis. Well, one of them wasn't cis het. So and I still didn't get what I wanted.
Yeah, I think if your boundaries, if your communication is there and it's not being, firstly, that's two different conversations because if you can't have the conversation, then that's something you need to work on. But if you're having the conversation and it's not being met, well, that's a completely different ballgame.
Completely.
But start off by having it.
Yeah. Start having the conversation.
And then go from there. But say what you want because life is too short, number one, and everybody deserves to come because it's just coming.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, don't plan your whole year around like wigging out about it or just do it and like listen to really good podcasts.
Yeah.
Watch really sexy things, see what gets your juices flowing. And if you don't like what your partner's doing, tell them because you're going to end up having such better sex life.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so blown away. I was like, and this woman's quite strong too. And I was like, girlfriend, what the f***?
Yeah.
Just say what you want. She was so shocked like, wait. You asked them what they wait, what?
It's just not normal.
And I was like, wow.
It's just not the done thing. It just isn't. And
it's going to be.
It's a sad state of affairs. It really is. That
if I got anything to do with it, I'll be sliding into your bedrooms and I'll be saying, ask.
Good on you.
Ask.
I'll be sending you dildos.
Say what you want. Tell
I like it. There's nothing like having a bit of Angie whispering in your ear while you're having a root.
ASMR.
That's what I like.
I'm like, do it, girl. Get it. Oh yeah, that's the spot. Oh yeah, that's the spot right there. Anyway, that's enough. I'm done.
Thank you. I just came.
See, all you had to do was bloody ask, and I made you come. Oh, how good.
Well, that's us for today. If you want to come.
Slide into my DMs.
If you want to come to next week's episode, we're going to do one for you. So please do come along and listen to us again. We hope that you've enjoyed this one that you came to. We thank you for being here. Please rate and review us on all of the apps that you know that you listen to us on. If you want to chat with us, tell us about whether you talk to your partner about what you want. 2girls@novaentertainment.com.au, or you can just slide into our DMs, Angie and Yvie, on the Instagrams, all that. No, please don't come to our Facebook page. We are never on it. Don't waste your time. But we love you, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Have the day you deserve. Everyone deserves to come.
I'll have the day you deserve.